Now this year, 2021, marks 30 years of government obesity policies in England. It was in 1991 that the UK government first formally recognised its role in tackling obesity as one of the major public health challenges. Now flip forward 30 years and here I am, a final year PhD student examining what influences government obesity policy in England. And my PhD research is comprised of two main parts. The first part was an analysis of all government obesity policies published in England between 1992 and 2020. And I identified 14 major government obesity strategies, and within those contained almost 700 obesity policies. And I used applied thematic analysis to analyse those policies. And what I found was that despite there being a wide range of policies proposed in the last 30 years, they were proposed in a way that was actually unlikely to lead to them being implemented, which explained why we tended to see recycled policies appear again and again. We also found that there appeared to be very little policy learning in terms of government learning from previous policy success and failure. And government has also tended to focus more on trying to get individuals to change their own behaviour without necessarily helping shape the environment, socioeconomic and wider determinants. And that may overall help explain why government hasn't, over those 30 years, successfully and consistently reduced obesity prevalence or the related inequalities. The second part of my PhD research is an in-depth case study about how one of those government obesity strategies came about. And I'm looking in particular at the Childhood Obesity Plan that was published in 2016. And I'm really asking the big questions such as who influenced that strategy? How did they get to be in the position of influence and why? And what sort of evidence, including scientific evidence and other such information, was used to influence the sorts of policy ideas contained, and what sort of policy ideas were considered but not included in the final document. I'm also exploring and examining the particular role of policy entrepreneurs, as they're known in the policy process literature, and these are really known as exceptional individuals in the government policy making process. And I'm using theory testing process tracing to explore that, which really looks at the causal sequence of events that led to that strategy coming about. Now, why does it matter that we know how government makes obesity policy and what sort of policies they propose? Well, government obesity policy has a profound impact on population health, and it's only by really knowing how it works in practice, how it works in reality, that we can understand what influences it and how we can better get high quality evidence disseminated and used to inform government obesity policy. So that's why it matters.